Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Welcome. Today, we're taking a really deep dive into the Slashman Tools ecosystem. Honestly, if you build software, this is an absolutely fascinating architecture to look at. What we're examining here is essentially a blueprint for skipping over 80 hours of that tedious, soul-crushing boilerplate code so you can actually ship production-ready AI SaaS products incredibly fast. And that brings up a really crucial question right out of the gate. Why on earth would you spend 80 hours building basic boilerplate? I mean, if you're a developer, an indie hacker, or a technical founder, you already know the absolute pain of starting completely from scratch. Setting up your authentication, the routing, designing database schemas, hooking up AI agent dependencies. It literally drains all your energy before you even get to building your core product. So today, let's look at how we can build this out piece by piece, bypass that whole grind, and just get straight to the value. Because there's a pretty stark contrast between the traditional approach and this new ecosystem. The old way of building AI apps usually means writing brittle glue code that just falls apart the second an LLM returns something unexpected, right? Or you're spending weeks writing these exhaustive specs. But the Slashman way completely replaces all of that. We're shifting to a much more modern approach here. Validated workflows where your AI logic is mapped out visually and logically, paired with near-zero config one-click deployments. It's a total game changer. So, here's our quick agenda for today's explainer. 1. The AI integration challenge. 2. Mastering AI prompts. 3. Orchestrating multi-agent workflows. 4. The SaaS production engine. And finally, number 5, the complete developer stack. All right, let's start with section 1, the AI integration challenge and the real pain of brittle glue code. This is the foundational hurdle we have to clear. How do we actually integrate AI without our entire app falling to pieces in a live production environment? Well, I want to highlight this number right away, 688 plus. The tools and the frameworks we're exploring today, they aren't just, theoretical ideas pulled out of thin air. They are actively, rigorously battle-tested. This ecosystem has successfully executed over 688 live tasks by the Slashman 413 team. So that means the weird edge cases have already been found, and those pesky bugs have been squashed in actual, real-world scenarios. Moving right along to section 2, mastering AI prompts, the blueprints of AI construction. Because every great construction project has to start with a meticulous blueprint. And in the AI world, that blueprint is your prompt. If your prompt is weak, your entire application logic is going to be weak. To solve this, the ecosystem utilizes an AI prompt library just to completely remove developer friction. The free tier gives you over 500 battle-tested copy-paste templates. But honestly, here's the best part. It's packaged as a single HTML file with absolutely no dependencies. You just open it right up in your browser, use the instant search and filter to find exactly what you need, whether you're coding, doing some marketing, or competitor analysis, and you are off to the races. It even seamlessly toggles between English and traditional Chinese. Now, for those looking to go a bit deeper, the documentation outlines this AI starter bundle. It essentially combines the premium, Notion-based prompt library, a comprehensive practical course with 17 lessons, and a Ship with AI automation guide. It packages what is a $137 value into a $49 tier, which is fantastic for helping you build up those core skills before you ever write a single line of code. Okay, section 3, orchestrating multi-agent workflows, the automated machinery. If prompts are our blueprints, then this right here is the machinery that actually powers the factory. Let's look at the AI workflow builder. To really understand this engine, we need to define a fairly crucial technical term, DAG. That stands for Directed Acyclic Graph. So the main thing to grasp here is that a DAG is basically your fail-safe map. It creates a highly structured one-way flow of tasks. Because your dependencies are mapped out so clearly, it literally guarantees that your AI agents execute their steps in the exact, validated order you want them to. They absolutely cannot get stuck in infinite loops, and they can't skip crucial steps. It's brilliant. But how do you actually build this DAG without spending weeks writing out technical specs? Well, they use something called the Grummy loop, and I love this concept. Instead of you just tossing a prompt at the AI and hoping for the best, the AI actively interrogates you. Step 1, you input a natural language prompt describing your goal. Step 2, the AI literally grills you on any ambiguities in your prompt to clarify exactly what you mean right up front. Once it finally understands your goal, step 3, it automatically scaffolds that validated workflow DAG we just talked about. And finally, step 4, it generates perfectly runnable Python orchestration code. It basically solves ambiguous AI behavior before it ever reaches your production environment. And security? Security is at the absolute heart of this machinery. The system uses strict pre-flight AST, or abstract syntax tree validation. Essentially, this acts like a bouncer at the door. It checks the tool boundaries and structurally prevents any executable payload markers from slipping through. That means rogue AI commands can't accidentally trigger inside your app. Quite simply, nothing, and I mean nothing, ever executes unsafely before you export that compiled Python project over to your GitHub. Moving to Section 4, the SaaS production engine, the prefabricated skyscraper foundation. So your AI workflow is built and it's rigorously validated, right? But now it needs a home. It needs a robust, monetizable platform to host it. And that brings us to the SaaS Starter Kit. This kit is heavily built on Next.js 16 and PostgreSQL. But instead of you having to manually wire everything up yourself, it bundles all the critical components together. Auth.js version 5 handles your logins. Your Stripe webhooks are pre-mapped for billing, complete with UI. It even generates SHA-256 hashed keys for your public APIs. It brings role-based access control, like owner, admin, and member roles, and full multi-tenancy natively right into the codebase. This demonstrates exactly what we mean when we talk about skipping 80 hours of boilerplate. It's all just there. Actually, I want to quickly clarify that term, multi-tenancy, because it is the absolute core of any B2B SaaS application. It's essentially an architecture where one single instance of your software serves multiple distinct customer groups, your tenants. And crucially, every single piece of data is strictly and securely isolated by an organization ID. This ensures you can scale way up and serve thousands of different companies safely, all from the exact same codebase. In deploying this massive skyscraper foundation, it is amazingly simple. We're talking near zero configure. Step 1, you clone the repo into your GitHub. Step 2, as you import it to Vercel, it automatically provisions your Neon Postgres database for you. Step 3, you literally just paste a single generated auth_secret. That is it. Vercel automatically runs the database generation and the seeding. You are live in roughly 2 clicks. No joke. Section 5, the complete developer stack, the ultimate SaaS ecosystem. This is where we see the ultimate indie hacker setup completely come together. So the complete AI developer stack bundles that Next.js SaaS Kit with Cowork Pro, which by the way acts as an AI manager to route your tasks across 10 plus different agents. And it includes the DGX Spark Kit for running local dual LLMs. It packages all of these together for just $79. It completely consolidates the toolset for indie hackers, rather than forcing you to assemble all these pieces piecemeal and spend way more money. You're saving about $129 compared to buying them a la carte. As the creator of this ecosystem, Kai-Wei Chang perfectly highlights, don't just build apps, orchestrate multi-agent systems, deploy production TypeScript SaaS foundations, and self-host local dual LLMs seamlessly. That quote really hits the nail on the head. It captures the huge paradigm shift we're seeing here. It elevates your capabilities from just writing basic, brittle wrappers to engineering true, production-ready systems. And just a quick note, the source material does point out that both the starter and the developer bundles include a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you have a full window to inspect the code, test all the configs and pipelines completely risk-free. Oh, and there's a built-in automatic prorated discount applied at checkout if you already own any parts of the ecosystem, which is a really nice touch. For those of you who want to study the architecture a bit further before fully adopting it, you can subscribe to the free /Man Tools weekly newsletter. It offers ongoing no-code and AI automation case studies, and you also get an exclusive introductory free PDF guide. It's a fantastic way to just stay tapped into these strategies as they evolve. So, you've seen the blueprints, we've walked through the machinery, and we've explored the prefabricated foundations that are handed directly to you. Which leaves us with one very provocative question. In an era where AI can scaffold and orchestrate our backend in literal minutes, why are we still wasting weeks writing brittle boilerplate code? The tools are all right here. It's time to start shipping. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.